The Tangent Egg podcast is aimed at a mature audience. It contains themes that are not appropriate for all listeners. It's important to note that we are not experts. We routinely have no idea what we're talking about and are just three idiots sitting around a table. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Tangent Egg podcast. I'm Seth, and as always with me is Swoosh and Dan.
Hello.
Hi.
And this week, we got to start. Unity's continuing to burn its house down.
At this point, they're beyond burning the house down. They've started digging new foundations just to burn it.
This is the gift that keeps on taking. Everything about this is fucked.
It really is. Their apology is barely an apology, and at no point did they say they're rolling anything back. They're just going to look at shit.
So, just for reference, this is the quote they put out. "We have heard you. We apologize for the confusion and angst the runtime fee policy we announced on Tuesday has caused. We're listening, talking to our team members, community, customers, and partners, and we're making changes to the policy. We will share an update in a couple of days."
It's the whole thing's like, oh, we're sorry you're confused and got angsty about it. Fuck you, buddy.
You knew exactly
not
what
on
you were
us.
doing.
I'm sorry we did a thing and you're being a bitch about it. Deal with it.
I'm sorry you don't like us retroactively trying to make money off your projects. Guys, fuck off. No.
You already got paid. People pay a licensing fee to use Unity.
This is like that comic I posted, our little chat thing earlier on, of Wizards of the Coast saying, "I'm going to make money off your stuff." And Unity's there going, "That's a great idea."
Yeah.
God fucking damn. How can you not see that blowback and realize maybe not? How can you not see that blowback that was already there? Pretty much everyone that was pissed off at that, a lot of those people, have got a massive overlap with this fucking community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The anger was already there for people doing this shit. Dumb.
The weird thing is, you get these kinds of situations when the people running the board or making all the decisions aren't from the industry. Where they're like, oh, I'm a lawyer, I know what I'm doing. It's you don't know how games industries function. You don't know what it requires for a game to be made. So you don't have the authority to tell people, or make these decisions on how a fucking engine is going to be charged. Especially when it comes to retroactive changes.
Yeah,
Right.
But the thing you've got to remember, the guy who runs Unity was one of the instrumental players in getting loot boxes into EA. And is on record having stated that anyone who makes a mobile game with Unity should monetize it or they're a fucking idiot. And he actually said the words fucking idiot.
I maintain he's the fucking idiot at this point, because the entire industry has already, before this happened, said, fuck this guy, he's a piece of shit. And all he did was prove them right.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, when you meet someone and you just do not vibe with them, it's I hate you and I don't know why.
You don't even need to meet this fucker.
Yeah.
It's just,
and then
I know this person exists and fuck him so much.
And then they give you a reason and validate those feelings of, oh, I knew I hated you for a reason. Thank you for giving it to me.
I fucking told you so. I fucking told you so. This fuckhead right here. And everyone, in the meantime, everyone's in the background. We already know he's a fuckwit. It's but I told you, he's a fuckwit.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But then you get really dope guys, like the guys over at Christ, I've lost the goddamn name of the company. Relogic, who make Terraria.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who decided that they're going to give away $200,000 to split between two companies who are direct competitors to Unity.
Yeah, Godot and FNA. So two open source game engines. Just, here's some money and we're going to support you with $1,000 a month.
That's fucking mint.
Considering that's Unity started out as I can't remember if it was exactly open source, but it was meant to be for indie devs, for an option for here's an engine that
it was
you
meant
can
to be
use
for
produce your thing.
education and indie devs.
Yeah.
Were their primary thing because it was cheap.
And Godot is generally considered the competitor to Unity. So the fact that this company, and the thing you got to remember about Terraria is developer Relogic, they don't use Unity.
Yeah, no, this was just a big enough...
They don't have a dog in the race, and they're like, all right, we're going to give a buttload of money to these other two companies to just fucking kill you.
Honestly, they're slinging shit for, like, shits and giggles at this point. It's like, oh, something's happening with Unity? Fuck that thing. Let's throw stuff at it.
And the fact that they're willing to put on an additional $1,000 a month to these two studios...
Yeah.
I mean, you've got essentially some dude's fucking paycheck getting mostly paid for you to just sit there, don't develop features, just... like, find a way to port Unity.
Yeah. Everything about
find more ways to
Unity
input
assets to this immediately. Entire Unity files, put them in.
We can get the entire library done.
Fucking oath. That should be the primary focus for Unreal, for any of these fucking open source things. Just port Unity immediately.
It's like watching a company crumble in real time. It's fucking great. Like, couldn't have happened to a better company.
It really feels like someone was watching fucking Muskie do his thing to Twitter and were just like, hold my beer.
God. Isn't that got some more shit on it now? Like...
Oh, yeah. So, we were going to save this later, but fucking quality segue. Musk has, in an interview, basically pointed out that he would like to get to the point where to use X at all, you have to pay.
Like every single user, not just for a tick, just for a general account, he wants you to have a monthly subscription. Like, if you weren't already losing a user base, you're going to. Like,
I will go back to Google Plus before I ever paid for Twitter.
Yeah.
I had no issue with Google Plus. I like Google Plus.
Honestly, it was fine. Like, it was a thing.
But
it was just empty.
That was the so that you could post something so that only a certain friend group would see. God damn, that made life so much fucking easier.
It was great when people couldn't actually, like, when you just want to put up a meme for certain people, it's like, done! No dealing.
Or there were people you don't really want to deal with, you dump them all into the same circle, and you just don't send anything to that circle.
It was a great idea. It was just empty. It was just complete. Is it still around? Like,
no, it got shut down.
They can it
like everything Google does.
They run it for a little bit, then kill it.
Maybe they'll resurrect it now with Twitter going to shit. Like, bring it back from the dead.
For that one to come back, Facebook has to die.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how much longer Facebook has on it. Like,
longer than Twitter.
You're not wrong.
I generally like MySpace to come back.
That would be great, actually. I want MSN to come back. MSN Messenger, I would actively want
the classic
to come back.
Messenger.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. I miss MSN Messenger. We're dating ourselves at this point. This is how old we are. We grew up with MSN Messenger, and we still maintain it's the shit.
Yeah, it is.
Like, do you know something really fucky? MySpace is still a thing.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's still
surprised.
there. If you had a MySpace, it still exists. They haven't gotten rid of anything.
I had a MySpace, but I never even changed the background, let alone having a song that plays when you fucking open your bastard page up. Fuck, that annoyed the shit out of me. But
I know the fact there are now, like, there's a new generation of kids who've never known MySpace going, oh man, I wish, like, when people came to my Facebook, it would play music for them. It's like, oh shit, have I got news for you? Back in the old days of MSN Messenger and LimeWire destroying computers. Like,
no, man. MSN was the Kazaa days.
Oh, that is true, actually.
That's before fucking LimeWire.
Oh, fucking
Kazaa. God damn.
That's a blast from the past.
There you go.
And not a good one either. Like,
no.
Oh.
I mean, it still got you linkinpark.exe.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I maintain Kazaa is the entire reason I knew what file formats were when I was younger. Because I was very young when I started playing with that as a kid. Like, wow, EXE, that's music? No, it is not music. It is death of the home PC. That's what it is.
EXE is just excellent music. No,
don't play excellent quality
music.
Spicy music.
Although, speaking of, like, weirdly dating things, I've seen a lot of posts talking, like, if you've been watching the recent season of Ahsoka, they had a flashback section where they showed young Ahsoka with Anakin in the Clone Wars. And there's a bunch of people going, man, I wish there was a TV show for this.
Oh,
you motherfuckers! It exists. It's 6 seasons long, and it's really good.
Fucking
It's amazingly
and it's
good.
It's almost required viewing before this fucking show.
Well, considering they forgot who Kanan was numerous times in that show.
Yeah.
They mentioned him in the most recent episode, though.
Yeah, they did. Actually.
It was like, oh, Kanan was the thing. Oh, he does exist. You've just forgotten all of his abilities, have you?
Apparently.
Oh, well.
But still, it's just funny watching a bunch of people who've only watched the live action stuff being like, oh yeah, they should do more of this. Yeah, they did, and you didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Go watch the thing, because I swear to God, that last season of Clone Wars was fucking great. Especially that last episode with the, or last 2 episodes, where Order 66 is initiated. It was like, that is amazing.
Watching fucking...
So well.
I know it doesn't mean anything if you haven't watched the show, but watching Rex pull guns on Ahsoka, and you can see him crying as he says, "Good soldiers follow orders." It's just like, oh, God.
Yeah.
You made the fucking calloused lump that's my heart beat for once.
A single thump, but it was there.
Then there was the Bad Batch, who their most recent season ended on a very sad note, but
Yeah, ooh, man, Jesus.
That was a depressing episode and a half. So
They better have a solid follow-up come.
Oh, they fucking better. Or at the very least, I want them to appear in Ahsoka or something. Just get them into live action.
We've still got the for TV movie coming after Ahsoka's done, which most people are betting is going to be an ensemble movie where they fight Thrawn.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe live action Bad Batch.
That could be entertaining.
That would be cool. I don't think they'll do it, but
Or at the very least, I would
Prove
love
me
to
wrong,
see
Disney.
old Rex into just talking to old Boba Fett. Be great, because this is the same actor in a room talking to himself. It would be perfect. So,
they actually got him back for that section where he played Rex again.
Yeah, no, I like that. It was really good. But yeah, no. So paying for Twitter
Twitter, fuck that.
Yeah.
This was floated years ago as well, because I remember it's always been
you're not paying for Twitter, you're paying for X.
Around.
Get it right.
Wait, I have to. If I have on my card statement something saying X, I'm going to assume that's porn I didn't pay for or something.
Yeah.
What is this? I don't want that on my credit card.
Porn shouldn't be in your statement
subscription.
Regardless. There is enough out there that you do not need to pay for it.
Yeah. The hub is the thing.
Yeah.
All hail the hub. There's just... I don't know why he thought it was going to... if it would ever function that way. The system itself or the social media just doesn't work. That platform is dead in the water.
Yeah.
It's mostly used by what? Nazis and randomly politicians. Well, actually, those two kind of cross over a lot. But still...
I've got 3 people on X that I follow that was where I was following for a lot of the active FTC activist news
stuff.
Destin Legary and Foss, can't remember his surname, but they were right in the middle of it and live tweeting the court cases. Holy fuck, this is really interesting. But if I had to pay to look at that, get fucked.
Yeah, no, look at that. There's no faster way to
come out the
fall
news
short.
like everyone else.
Yeah.
But he's got to recoup the loss of money because all the advertisers went away. Except if you ask him, all the advertisers came back. So what do you need the money for?
Because he wants money.
Because the advertisers didn't come back. It's a fucking lie.
No, he has to bankroll his next giant cock into space. That's how it works.
That's Bezos, not Musk.
Oh, wait, what are Musk shaped like?
Skinny dicks.
He hasn't been to space. He shot a car into space, but he didn't go.
Ah, that's right, yeah. Fair.
No,
There's a Tesla with an astronaut mannequin in it floating
neither
around.
did Bezos.
No, that is a dead body.
They changed the limit of space, so Bezos didn't go either. He went up.
That is true.
That's it.
That is the pettiest thing I've ever seen from a scientific agency, and I love it. I love the fact that it's no, you're not allowed. You're not allowed in our special club. Fuck off. And I applaud that. That should be done for most things with
money doesn't get you this title. Fuck off.
You do realize, eventually it's going to be look, man, if you don't go out past Mars, you're not an astronaut.
No. If you
it's not space until you get past Mars.
You need to shoot yourself into the sun to be considered an astronaut, arsehole.
Yeah.
Look, man, I mean, let's face it, the robots run Mars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. It is the only planet completely populated by robots.
Yeah.
That's why it's red. That's rust. That's just decay.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get really lucky and one of the rovers will gain sentience and just plant its own flag, and then Musk can't claim Mars for himself.
I still love that they found a way to, despite the fact that it has no function to do it, found a way to make that rover sing itself happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the entire world was sad because every year on its birthday, it sings it to itself quietly on a dead planet. Like, it's like, we made it do this thing. Isn't that uplifting? Like, we feel despair and sadness now, NASA. Why did you do this?
It's alone.
Well, the hidden
alone.
messages in the fucking things, like putting Morse code in the treads of the fucking tires, so it actually spells out the names of the engineers that designed the tires, and it's just fucking interesting. The little things they sneak into it.
Yeah.
Nerds are good at hiding Easter eggs and shit. Like, let's be honest. Like, we like puzzles, so we put puzzles everywhere. One day we'll get to Mars and we'll just exile Musk.
That happy birthday one I think is the best, though. It wasn't a planned Easter egg. They just figured out they could make it make different noises and figured out that, if we do it like this, we can make a happy birthday.
Yeah.
You can almost see
it's like something to do with the drive or the arm or something makes a noise.
You can almost see like the engineer walks into the room and goes, "Hey guys, have you seen that like they can make old hard drives play songs? Let's do that." What can we get to make this noise? Oh, this does it. Fuck yeah.
Actually, weirdly enough, like there is a person who owns the rights to the Happy Birthday song, and he is a massive twat because he likes to get very happy if you don't pay him royalties. So I wonder if he's like every time like that time of year rolls around at NASA, he just turns up going, "Guys, give me my money."
So he owns the rights to the very specific Happy Birthday song.
Yeah.
You can use the same cadence with different words and you're good.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. Fuck that guy.
Because the actual tune, I believe, is public domain. But
Yes,
the
tune was public.
The wording of this.
My brain wouldn't even remember the fucking phrase.
The lyrics of a specific
Happy Birthday
version.
in years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Happy Birthday to you, Happy Birthday. Yeah, that thing. The words are what he's got.
Apparently, that guy is extremely litigious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Like
you're
putting
gonna
Nintendo to shame at
if
times.
you're going to copyright something as like publicly used as Happy Birthday, you need to be fucking litigious like that.
You do, yeah.
Otherwise, you'll just get a public
special
use
kind of fuckwit.
statement.
Yeah. But well,
So, speaking of special kinds of fuckwits,
what have I done?
well, I mean, unless you somehow got a job at
Warner Brothers.
I mean, they're one of many. God, I can't remember what the fucking company. I'm doing really bad on companies tonight.
To be fair, companies are also doing pretty bad.
Mortal Kombat 1 on Switch. Jesus.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Switch one. Fuck.
It's fucking Cyberpunk all over again.
It's. I don't want to say this is worse because there's like they've released versions on everything else that look like they've advertised, but I never seen any advertising for the Switch version. Just that it was coming to Switch.
I also wouldn't advertise the Switch version.
They almost would have been better off if they just did this in the old like 2D, but like photos of people.
Yeah. The rotoscope sprite thing they did.
They would have been so much better doing this in that style.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely great. But from what I've seen of the actual game on useful consoles, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I've heard things.
And
apparently, they've embraced the campy fun side of the story and are just cracking jokes the entire way through. It's like, okay,
well,
okay
it's a full reboot of the story, and it's apparently people are really enjoying it.
Yeah.
But like this version looks like they've gone right. So let's get the PC version. What does it look like on low settings? How low can we get those settings and it's still recognizable?
Well, it's that man, there's that YouTube channel that like tries to make a game look as much like a potato as they can.
Yeah.
It's like they went to those guys and went, "Do that, okay? Now
For
put
an
it on
entire
that."
game.
Yeah, get this to run on a tiny fucking cartridge. Like we don't care what it looks like, just get it to run.
Well, with the Blizz Activision merger thing, don't they want to bring a bunch of games to the Switch as well?
They want
Call of Duty.
They want to release all future Call of Duties on the Switch.
Man, we're going to need a beefy Switch at that point. I swear.
Yeah, they're going to need to do fucking something.
Or they'll have to release a GPU dock.
Yeah. Replace your normal Switch dock for an actual GPU, and you just can't play it on the go.
Yeah.
Well, we were rambling about this in our preamble, but I like the idea of using the Switch to replace the handheld and going back to chunky cartridge machine
Yes.
for a home game. Because those cartridges, even the old school size that they were, you could fit a lot more memory in them now and hold all the save files, DLC, everything you want in that cartridge. That would be amazing.
You can get a terabyte on fucking micro SD. You can get a lot of fucking storage on these tiny ass little things. There's your fucking cartridges right there.
I mean, even if you don't want to use micro SDs, SDs themselves are getting fucking cheap, even at consumer level. So at industry level, they're going to be even cheaper. And if you're going back to big chunky cartridges, you don't even need micro technology. You can just go back to SSDs.
Yeah. Go back to macro technology, be fine.
For the actual fucking read-write speed, use an M2 fucking SSD as a cartridge.
Yeah.
Just a straight-out develop an M2 hot swap port and just jam a cartridge in, have enough storage there for the game, for DLC, for fucking saves, and run that. Holy fuck.
That'd be amazing.
I would love that so much.
I would love it to death. It'd be great, because could that not be just perfect? I love the chunk of putting a cartridge in. That will never get old for me.
No.
But the idea of just taking something with you that has all your saves and shit.
Yeah. No. The best bit of chunky cartridges was when you rage quit and you got to pull that cartridge out.
Yeah.
The power off just, I don't care anymore.
But, for this, you're almost going to have a slot in and a click down kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you're going to, so it's actually mounted fucking properly. If you need all those
It's
fucking
be more
pins lined up.
The way the
original
Switch is.
Nintendo.
Yeah. Even then, they could do well if they made it look retro as well. Not a single touch screen or touch button on the thing would be allowed. It would
Just
have to be
only a start and a reset button and controller ports. That's it.
Yeah. I'd be okay with that. I want this.
Yep.
If by some random miracle someone at the R&D for Nintendo is listening, do the thing. Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Come on.
Make it.
Even I know the size of games is getting bigger and bigger. The latest Call of Duty was several hundred gig. You're probably going to
that was with Warzone.
Fuck Warzone. I'd love it if you could buy a blank fucking cartridge and just download the parts of the game you fucking want. Or just let me pay for the story of Call of Duty. I don't want the rest of the bullshit.
I've been bitching that they should do that for years.
Yeah.
But
a $50 tier. Hell, I'd even sure, go $60, $70. But all the multiplayers in the other $120 version. I don't want it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Give me a $50 version and I'll just buy your campaign.
Considering how big games are getting now, I think we're going to have to start moving away from discs anyway, because we're reaching the limit of what they can store.
Yeah. They're almost going to have to start going back to cartridges of solid-state fucking drives. A 500 gig SSD, buy them in fucking million-pack bulk, see how fucking cheap you can get them, and then just start throwing out cartridges again. I would fucking love that so much. An actual shelf
Our entire
of
generation
proper
would buy
cartridges.
this.
Oh,
Yeah. It'd be great. We'd buy into this. Just go back on the
Heavily.
nostalgia. It'd be great.
if I could put my entire Steam library onto cartridges and just have that lined up and be this is my library.
You could make it so pretty.
I don't think I have enough wall space for my Steam library.
I would build another room. I would make the fucking wall space. So this is my Steam room.
Yeah. Yes.
I would rename it the sauna. Yeah.
No, call it the Steam room. You'd have to put one of those wooden doors with that little square window in it as the door into it. That'd be great.
But yeah.
We can dream. It will probably never happen because they refuse to ever go backwards tech-wise.
But
Nintendo does whatever the fuck it wants.
Oh yeah.
That is true.
It wouldn't be that fucking hard. They already got cartridges.
Yeah.
They just make another shell around it.
Yeah. And if you want to get into all that after the fact, just make media cartridges. So you just plug it in and watch movies. Like,
Yeah.
Someone would do it. Or writable cartridges or something.
I mean, while we're talking about game companies, do you want to talk about the Xbox leak?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that happened.
So I've got a bullet point list of some of the bigger things from it.
I wish my list were bulletproof. They keep dying.
No, right. But I do believe John Doe's got the base rundown on like what happened to cause this.
Yeah. So, when Microsoft had to upload their documentation, they had to upload non-redacted and redacted versions. The redacted versions were supposed to be made public, so that anyone that wanted to look at the documents as they were being listed could look at the redacted versions. But someone from Microsoft, when they uploaded them, uploaded both files to the same server, not to the separate servers. So originally Microsoft tried to blame the FTC. The FTC said, no, this is where they're all uploaded to. We sent you the 2 links to send it to. You sent them all to 1 link. So it's all come back that it's Microsoft that fucked this up, not the FTC. So,
or you can just tell them when that happened. There's some guy sitting at Microsoft like, "Oh no, I said the loud part quiet part loud. What do I do?"
But someone's going, "The intern did something. Get rid of the intern quick. We need a fucking scapegoat."
Yeah. Oh god, that's dumb.
Yeah. So that's where the fault lies, and how we got the largest like background look into a fucking games company or ever, and probably that we'll ever get again.
So the kind of like this is just like there's a whole like it's like 200 pages of content.
271 pages.
So we're just going to hit some of the big points that were in it. We're not going to go through the whole fucking thing.
Yeah,
and a lot of it's just legalese stuff anyway, so it's not really particularly interesting.
Not really legalese. A lot of it is emails and like inter-office emails where they've just commented on stuff that they've had to reference back in. But there is a whole heap of sales figures and dates and planned shit in here.
So, first one, Microsoft was considering buying Nintendo, Valve, and Warner Brothers games.
Though they don't specifically say in there they want to buy Nintendo, just that it's a prime gaming asset that is extremely high on their to acquire list.
I could definitely see them going for Valve, but I could just imagine with the release of this documentation, just Nintendo just looking like, no, fuck you, come at us, brother. Like,
but they have so they have a list of the companies they would look at getting. And a brief description of them, of how they perceive the company, as well as what they produce. And for
they
Valve,
have a wish list.
They do. They straight out do. And like ActiBliz was right at the top, right after ZeniMax. So ZeniMax they purchased. They're now doing ActiBliz. I'm just looking now for that list because I'm curious who the fucking third spot was. But right down the bottom,
probably Valve.
No,
Probably
Valve was right down the bottom. Was last
really?
or second to last.
But getting Valve gets you Steam.
No, but they listed...
No, they separated those off recently, didn't they? Valve and Steam
No,
became
Valve and
separate.
Steam is still the same thing, but Valve is listed as stagnant and stepped away from game development, so you don't collect a lot of IP with it. All you get is the storefront, which Microsoft already has with the Microsoft Store. They wouldn't want to implement them.
That's fair.
So that's why it's so far down on their potential shopping list.
Yeah.
But EA was fairly high on it, so was Ubisoft. Tencent was on there as well. There was a whole fucking stack of them. I'm just looking for the list now because it's going to annoy me until I find the flogging thing
I've got to laugh if one of those was Embracer Group.
Yes. Someone finally buying EA for once would be hilarious.
Yeah,
to
I
me.
know, right?
Hey, I've just quickly found the list. So, the first on the list is ZeniMax Media, and their commentary is deep, stable, and owned franchises with strength on console and PC. ActiBliz was next, but they've stated in this that ActiBliz is worth $60 billion. So, and they've gone and purchased it for 40, or 40 something. After that is Bandai Namco, which
good choice.
Their focus is Asia-focused publisher with own franchise and strength in console and mobile. Then EA, which they've stated as 36 bill. Again, console-centric, heavy reliance on licensed intellectual property. They don't own a lot of licenses themselves because they've killed off every company that they've fucking...
Yep.
After that is Square Enix, which have stated as 5 bill. Again, Asia-focused with own franchise. Then Take-Two, which was 16 billion. Then Ubisoft, which is 11 billion. Then Valve, which, again, stale but relevant owned PC franchises, owns the world's largest third-party PC store, Steam, which is a direct competitor with Microsoft Store. And then right down the bottom is Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. It's stated as high dependence on licensed intellectual property, would not own licenses. If you purchased it, you wouldn't own anything that you got with it.
You get nothing from it. You just get a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but like Warner Bros. Themselves own studios like Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a whole bunch of like
massively talented studios, but you don't get any properties to go with them.
No, so you
a
need
bunch of studios who aren't being utilized correctly as well.
Yeah, so you need to see what IPs you could get with that to make that worth anything.
I mean, even if you couldn't, you'd have to be like, okay, we've got some kind of super critical IP, and we need a really good studio, and we don't have any on hand.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we just bought Warner Bros. Cool, well, we're just going to get Rocksteady to do it, because Rocksteady is pretty fucking steady.
Almost like rock. It's amazing. No, you have to splinter off half of them and call it Bebop. Then you pair them together for a game, and it has to be an Ninja Turtles game.
Yes. You'd make a studio just for this one particular game.
Oh, I would. It would be like one guy in an office who is a studio.
Needs to be 2 guys.
Yeah, true. Minimum 2 guys. 3 guys who also happen to have a podcast.
Next up was that Bethesda's looking to make a bunch of remakes. Shock horror. A lot of companies these days have been going back to their greatest hits and refreshing them for current gen. So it's really not that surprising.
In that list of where they want to do some remakes and stuff, they've got the dates for upcoming games as well listed just under that, which is they've got Elder Scrolls 6 as a 2024 release, and they've got Fallout 5 as a 2028 release. But this file is from 2019, a lot of these dates. So a lot of shit's been pushed back. Because it still has Starfield as a 2020 release, I think it is.
That's only slightly late.
Yeah.
A bit. By a lot.
Yeah, well, Starfield got pushed back a lot from the Rona. And
Side note, I think we've all uninstalled Starfield, haven't we?
I still have it, but I mostly just wander around in it at the moment. Like
I still have it because I'm waiting for the mods to come out.
Yeah,
and I don't want to download that massive file again.
I'm not patient enough to wait. It's like those mods are going to be a while out, and if I wait a year, I'm going to be able to come back to all the DLC being out and all the mods and have a much better time. Because fuck me, that game is boring.
The thing is, like, the bones of it are solidly built.
Absolutely.
Like, that foundation is mint. But the actual planets, it's the same facilities over and over again. Like, not even minor deviation. It's literally copy, paste, same information, same storylines.
The same loot in the same loot boxes. Like...
Yeah.
And they've screwed over their loot system.
Oh, massively.
Yeah.
Because they decided that all the guns have not just variable suffixes to them. There's 3 tiers of quality.
Yeah.
So if you don't get the top quality one, then it's junk.
Pretty much.
But even
because the only thing that affects damage is the quality.
Well, the colouring system means nothing on damage, just how many extra abilities it has. You need to get the next grade up. So you got the base game, and then calibrated, and then advanced, and whatever the fuck it is. So unless you actually get the next...
I think the 2 important ones are calibrated and hardened.
Yeah. But
and if you don't get a legendary hardened Grendel, then you have the shittiest Grendel. It doesn't matter until you get that one.
You also need to throw a single shot on it, because that almost double or almost triples your fucking base damage for a single shot.
Yeah.
So like a Grendel for a base round is 3 damage, but as soon as you put it a single shot, it's 11. It's like, Why would I not do single shot? I'm more accurate and I'm doing more damage per hit. God fucking damn.
Their loot is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, we knew it was going to be kind of shallow. Like, we wanted this to be a deep and wonderful game, and it's not bad. It's still a fun game for a while.
I think someone heard me say that if this game was half of what they were promising, it would be good.
Yeah.
And then they decided, oh, instead of like just half of the game, we're just going to do every system, we're just going to do half of it.
Yeah. The whole thing is it's a mile wide but an inch deep. There's a lot of systems, but there's no depth to them.
Absolutely. Quintessential example.
Yeah.
It's just so empty. And I'm looking forward to mods that will start changing that and making it a bit better.
Like changing loot table. Like every time you walk through, there's a full fucking spacesuit in a cabinet. It's the same fucking spacesuit I've seen 300 times now. It doesn't level. Like it's the
every
same
time you go to a
like
mining
level
location.
1 that I'm now level 20. Why?
It's the exact same mining suit every time. It's like, just vary it slightly. Come on, just randomize shit. Come on, please.
Or if I find a unique weapon, let me unlock the skin for that so I can put it on another fucking weapon. Like, there's a skin options, but there's no fucking skins.
Yeah, I have not found a single skin yet. It is so confusing.
There's two with if you bought the collector's edition for your laser and a single spacesuit, which is the first spacesuit you get.
Oh god, really?
And as soon as you change them out, like your laser you can carry around, it just gives you a grey skin instead of a red one, or it gives you a red one instead of a grey one. And as soon as you change that base spacesuit, you'll never see that skin again.
Yeah. Which, useless.
Yeah.
I just got sick of walking into a base and just having a wild shootout with like a bunch of guys in spacesuits because it doesn't matter who you're fighting, that's what you fight.
Yeah.
Like, they don't stand out. Okay, the difference between the Spaces and the Crimson Fleet are red. That's it. They still just look like and function like a bunch of dudes in spacesuits. And then there's those secretive serpent guys. Guess what? They don't even have snake motifs.
Yeah, which is fucking weird.
Like, get wild with it. Make them feel different. Make the Crimson Fleet feel like they're covered in blood or some bullshit.
I'm not saying we go full Cobra Commando over here, but at the same time, something along those lines.
I was almost expecting the Crimson Blood to be a little more fucking Reavers.
Yeah.
Like, just a little
more... Or
more...
the Spaces to be that way.
Yeah. A little more fucking nutty and just like, we're coming at you. But no, it's just another mob.
Yeah. Like, the Raiders in Fallout had better silhouettes than these guys do.
Yeah, they do.
That's fucking... like, horrible.
But I mean, like, in Fallout, you could be fighting the Raiders, the NCR, the Brotherhood of Steel, super mutants, like, you could, ghouls, you could just look at the battlefield and feel like you're at least fighting someone different.
Yeah.
You could put all of these guys on the same battlefield, they look like they're on the same team.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, you can't change the color of your suit, you can't make yourself look any different. You just have to luck out and find one you like the look of.
But the biggest thing that annoyed the shit out of me is going through it, and I've got slots to have fucking 9 different weapons, but I can't carry a 10th because that takes up my entire fucking weight.
Yeah, until you max out weight carry, because the top ones have an extra 100 kilos. Oh, you mean the amount of weight I need to carry my guns?
Yeah. Or you like, I got the Manda suit, and that gave me an extra 100 kilos of weight carry capacity. I just fucking lucked out on that and didn't have to reload the fucking game. But, like, why? Why does everything have to weigh so fucking much? And nothing's sorted. I can't just go to a thing and sell all the junk. God damn, that pisses me off. Give me a deconstruction system. Just something I don't need this. I'm going to deconstruct.
But even then, I have so many resources on my ship at any one time. I am always encumbered.
Yeah.
Like, because I can go to a planet and like they have like maybe $5,000 worth of credits to use, but one gun that I'm picking up at the moment is like 1,500 from the vendor, or to sell to the vendor. It's like, I sell 3 guns of the 50 I have collected from Fuck Up a Spacer HQ, and now I have to go to a different planet to sell more guns. And it's like, I'm done.
And then how much are you going to spend with that money? Look, if you find a legendary in someone's vending, in someone's inventory, it's like 6k.
I buy ammo, and that's
just
about it.
Looting bodies, not selling anything. The first time I hit a gun shop, I had like over 10k.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
and I hadn't sold anything yet.
But like,
it was just like, it's a joke, your economy.
As soon as I realized you can't die from being over encumbered, I never went over 5% health. I just ran everywhere with 5% health now. It's like, I'm carrying 11 tons of shit. Oops, I'll just use a health potion and won't walk anywhere while I kill these other people, then loot them and keep walking at 5% health.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's just fucking stupid.
For a game that's been pushed back this far that is apparently bug-free, they're missing so many basic features, like maps for the city. And, like, why the fuck do I have to dig through so much shit to find the missions? Like,
yeah,
shit's
you have to go
that doesn't tell you
your
about.
map.
I didn't realize that you could see the missions board. Like, when you pause the game, you can see that there's an option for missions down the bottom. I never fucking noticed that.
I didn't notice that you pointed out the other day, to be honest. Like, then I saw it.
They do actually tutorialize it. You probably just missed the hint.
It's very easy to miss their tutorials. That first 2 hours of the game were confusing.
You mean the thing where I was half asleep just going, fucking get through this shit. I want to get back to shooting things. God fucking damn it. If I do find a ship, it costs 3/4 the cost of the fucking ship to register it before I can go and sell it for nothing. And then it costs me double of that.
That's if you can even get a ship to fucking work. The amount of ships I have found where you need a B-class license to pilot, it's like, I just want to flog this off. It's a goddamn raider ship.
Yeah.
Although, were either of you guys completely confused on how to repair a ship in combat?
Oh, yeah.
You
because have to have ship parts in your fucking ship inventory. It can't be in your inventory. It has to be the ship's inventory.
The problem is I have them in my inventory. But zero, which is the repair button, doesn't work on my ships anymore.
That's because it's not zero. It's O.
Are you shitting me?
No, by default it's O, not zero.
See,
the amount of fights I have lost because of that fucking repair button.
But because the thing is though, the tooltip goes push. Again, it's O, not zero.
Yeah.
Push O to repair your ship. Cool. Pushing O. Why is nothing happening? What's wrong? Why am I not repairing? Oh, it doesn't fucking tell you don't have any ship parts to repair with. Yeah. It just tells you to hit the button.
See,
I started just hitting tab, going into the ship in the face, and then repairing.
I had to Google how the fuck to repair a ship to find out that I need shit parts in my inventory.
And ship parts are fucking hard to find. You rarely find them in more than groups of 5. Well, I haven't found them more than groups of 5.
Go to Atlantia.
Fuck.
They're 10
to Atlantis,
each,
and you just go to the kiosk at the spaceport and you just buy them.
Oh yeah, true, but
I bought like 15.
Cool. They're also like heavy as fuck. Each one is a mass of 10.
10 kilos is for an individual. Like, that chews fucking everything. Considering everything else has a weight of 0.2 or 0.3 and 1 and 4. Like, just god fucking damn. Why can't I just press a button to send a ship?
Although, like, one thing that they did that I actually do approve of is this time around they were like, you know what? Ammo, no weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank fuck for that.
We're not going to give bullets weight.
Like, that and specific notes and, like, other things have no weight to them, which is good, but, like we've said, bare bones, they're solid. But that's all this game is. It's just bare bones. There's no actual content.
Particularly for something that's been pushed back so fucking much.
Yeah.
Look, this was exactly what I was afraid was going to happen once they were like, it's not just a planet, it's a solar system. It's not just a solar system, it's a galaxy. Cool. All you got to do is lightly smear a normal Bethesda game's worth of content across a fucking galaxy that's going to suck.
Which is what they did. Like, they had 5 buildings, and that's all that was across all the planets now.
Like, again, I'm waiting for the mods to come out of just like, here's buildings.
But I'll tap back in like a year and have a lot of fun.
When someone has built an entire Xeno cult you can go and murder and like infiltrate, I will start playing again, because that will happen within a couple of months.
It annoys the shit. Like, I run around and play most of the game with keyboard and mouse, but as soon as I get into a ship, I fucking hate the control system they've got for flying a ship with a keyboard and mouse.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I've always got an Xbox controller sitting next to me, so the minute I go to jump in the ship, I've got to turn the controller back on, wait for that to boot up and connect, and then I pick that up and fly the fucking ship, because god damn, that fucking flight system is dumb.
Like, I'll put it to you this way. You guys know how much of a massive fan I am of, like, building settlements and doing all that kind of shit. Like, if it's Minecraft or anything else, I disappear for days building things. I couldn't even build stuff in this game. It made this kind of, like, thing boring for me, and that's normally my fucking jams. Like,
I remember we were talking about the prelims. You were excited to place every pencil in your outfits.
Yeah, I could have done some amazing shit. But the amount of resources you require to do anything means that your ship is always full. I keep trying to put, like, upgrade benches in my little settlement I've built. I have, like, one in the middle of nowhere so I can just dump contraband. But it's just like, every time you try and use it, this is obstructed. Like, there is nothing around this thing.
You know,
why is it still obstructed?
Really fucky swoosh that'll probably annoy the shit out of you. There's a console. There's a console command that will let you drop a room designer at your feet.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
So,
the one that lets you put house items in your ship.
Yeah.
You can put mission boards in your cockpit, but when you make a fucking space, when you drop it on the ground, wherever you've dropped it, it has to stay there, because as soon as you pick it up, it breaks the room. Everything just falls apart, and you'll never get it back to how it was. So you pretty much need to hide it in a corner, then use it, design your whole fucking room. But if you do it in your ship, and you even go into the shipbuilder, it will dump everything in those rooms into storage.
Doesn't always. Sometimes it just deletes it from existence.
Yeah.
I know this because I've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kitted out my armory.
Because we all done the Mantis quest.
Yeah.
There's the armory in the top of the Razor Leaf. I went up there and I put a bunch of guns on the wall. I went and tried to do upgrades, and it all just fucked off.
Yep. Gone forever, because the same thing happened to me with my armory that I had in my own little ship. But, like, it was so close to being useful.
Yeah. I don't know, there's so much that they've promised with it, and I can see the bones of most of what they've promised are there. It's just...
Oh, yeah.
The depth of what they've got there is just not there. It's fucking frustrating, because I want this so much to be like... Skyrim,
we were hyped for this.
Massively. Like, Skyrim I absolutely love, but I get bored of the setting. Like, sword and sorcery, like, not really sword and sorcery, but, like, the fantasy setting is like, cool, I want a gun, I want to be able to run around and shoot shit and be fucking awesome. Yeah, this was exactly what I was hoping for, but it's not what I fucking wanted.
Yeah. It was that genie wish all over again. Like,
yeah, like... Fallout 4 should be right down. Like, Fallout should be right down my line. But again, like the last couple of Fallout games, like, okay, here's your brown game, here's your grey game. Enjoy. Like, go do the thing. Like, I'm looking forward to the mod for like Fallout London or wherever it is, because it's not Bethesda making it. Yeah.
Which means A, it's probably going to work, and B, it's going to be interesting. It's going to have flavour to it. It's not just going to be the same shit over and over again. Like, I don't want to have to fight the Brotherhood over and over again.
No, like...
I'm sick of them. They're meant to be
Fallout
off in New California.
So good, like, a Cockney gang, and, like, just so many different accents and cultures and, like, different things all over the place. Like, oh my god, like...
You can have a lot of fun with it.
An invasion from the Irish Isle, or the Scots coming down. It's like, I want this so fucking bad. That'd be so good.
I would be okay with that. That'd be pretty fun. Like... that would keep me entertained for a long time.
Massively.
But, like, I don't think we're going to see anything from Bethesda for Fallout for a while. Because I'm assuming, again, it's going to be somewhere in America, and no one's going to care, because it's going to be more brown and grey.
Yeah.
With the same weapons and the same enemies, and nothing new to contribute.
Yeah. That's... I'm really, really hoping they drop the mod tools really fucking early next year for this, because
when we get those mod tools,
like, there's already mods out there that add basic fucking features like field of view sliders and removing the fucking the colored filters when you walk into certain rooms. Like, goddamn, like, why is my screen blue? Like, why does everything need to be fucking blue at the moment? This is just fucking stupid.
Yeah. Why does everything now need to be... I just want something to make the cycling of fucking airlocks faster.
Oh, like, yeah, goddamn. Like, and you can't start the next one until the next one is completely finished. The cycle is just annoying the shit out of me. Like, I've got a spacesuit. We're on an airless planet. There's a fucking hole in the wall of this building. Why do I need to wait for the fucking thing to cycle? Like, God. And let me shoot glass out. Like,
yes!
How fucking fun would it be? Like, there's a pressurized room with bad guys in it. Let me shoot the glass out.
I would enjoy ship combat a lot more if I could shoot out a porthole and just watch people get sucked out. That'd be great.
If I could get out of my ship into the cold vacuum of space and then shoot out their portholes just to suck the air out of their entire ship, God damn, that would make me so fucking happy.
Oh, it'd be amazing. But I can see why they didn't do that. That would be a lot of physics-heavy shit. But...
Oh, it would be, but God damn, it'd be fun.
Oh, it would, absolutely.
Waiting for modders. Modders have got such a fucking weight on their shoulder, because goddamn.
I swear to God, the modders, the Bethesda modders in general, they must honestly have the sorest shoulders and back for carrying this company for so fucking long.
Yeah. Freaking nice.
Because every launch from Bethesda goes this way, and whilst we are bitching about this game a lot, it is solidly built for once, as opposed to the previous ones, which died a lot more. But every launch from Bethesda has been buggy, empty, and just weird. And then the modders come along and fix things that should have been caught in QA.
Like, there's a reason Skyrim lasted so long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, the modders, the game was there, but the modders gave it a heart and soul.
Oh, they did. And there are some great mods in there, like, really fun stuff.
I've been waiting for a fucking Thomas the Tank Engine mod, and for the life of me, I haven't seen one yet. I'm almost disappointed.
Yeah, I haven't even seen a Thomas ship yet.
No.
It makes me sad. Although, that's most because the shipbuilder in this thing is a lot weirder than I thought.
Yeah, it's fucking... Though some of the shit people have made in this is fucking awesome. Like,
I have tried building my own ship, but, like, every time I run into that issue, it's like, oh, your reactor needs to be bigger. Like, I don't want to have to murder a bunch of random ships to get my piloting up just so I can increase this again.
Pretty much to make it, use the shipbuilder and make it worthwhile, you pretty much have to install a mod that removes all the limits on the shipbuilder.
Yeah,
for
pretty much.
Ship size, reactor capacity, everything, you just need to remove that completely, and then you can have so much fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Be great.
Yeah, it is a game that I have so much fucking hope for, and I really think it can go a long fucking way. But it's got a long fucking way to go before it can do that.
Some of the locations are absolutely gorgeous and interesting to explore. Like, the City of Neon is a very fun place to explore.
Yeah.
I went wandering trying to find shit there. But there's so few cities, which is what confused me the most.
Oh, yeah. Like humanity's meant to be like the stars. Like, there should be major settlements on almost every fucking planet.
Pretty much. I get why they haven't done that. I'm assuming the mods are going to add a lot more cities as they go, but it's just... Yeah. At the same time, I wanted more than what we got.
For a colonized galaxy, it's very empty.
It's also a very poor galaxy, considering I can break their economy by destroying one spacer base.
Yeah.
It's very odd. Like, I essentially have to be a trucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I essentially have to be a trucker to go around and sell all the loot I find.
And
it's just
why does your robot companion Vasco, why is his carrying capacity less than mine?
Yeah.
He has a carrying capacity of 115, and at the start I could carry 135. He's a fucking robot. Give him a fucking trailer, I don't give a shit. Just let me dump shit on him.
Be great. Also, I really wish he could sneak.
Oh, god damn, that's annoying. You're trying to sneak through thing, and just walks in the middle of them. It's like...
Yeah. The thing is, like, none of the companions are any good.
It's
like
this style of game. I always end up as a sneaky archer. Always.
Yeah,
long range, sneaky. I didn't find a fucking suppressor till I was fucking level 15, and you can't add them to a weapon yourself until you've gone through the whole fucking tree to engineering to unlock the fucking things.
I spec'd the engineering one just so I could get to suppressors, because I was so
just so I could make single
that.
Shot with suppressor. That's all I fucking wanted. But goddamn, it was a bitch to do. But
it's insane.
Yeah.
So but we have hopes for this game.
Massive hopes.
What I missed while I was dealing with family emergencies in the middle of recording.
Starfeild bitching. That's
mostly just we continued bitching.
Nothing changed. It just we continued with additional bitching.
We're like golems, essentially. If you give us a job, we'll fucking focus on that. Then, if you run away, you come back and we've, flooded the place from the well. But
like, looking at Starfeild and what they said it could be, what it currently is, and then you look back on Baldur's Gate 3 and how much is actually done in that, that's fucking night and day. Like,
oh yeah,
that's
like I'm going back to Baldur's Gate at this point.
Capability, yeah. It makes me want to go back and play other games. Like, I've reinstalled Divinity Original Sin 2, I think it was. But the older games. Like, I've gone back, I've installed Solasta and a whole heap of other of that style of game just to...
Solasta is really good. That's a surprisingly vertical-focused D&D game.
Yeah. I've really enjoyed that so far. But I'm only a few hours into that one, but it's good.
Although... Solasta is more, in my opinion, it's more like a mechanics depth version of Baldur's Gate 3. So if you played Baldur's Gate 3 and you liked the story, but you wanted more like tinkering under the hood of your characters, then Solasta is the game you're looking for.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and it's nowhere near as bright and colourful. It's just more grindy.
Great.
So, like, we're almost up to our usual runtime. So I'm just gonna to kind of blitz through the last couple. We got through point 1 and 2 of my bullet point list of things that happened in this leak.
Oh yeah, we got distracted very easily.
Oh yeah, we were talking about the leak and then Starfeild.
Yeah.
In our defense, we were left unsupervised for a short period.
But hang on, just in this fucking document, they also blamed the delay on Starfeild on the war in Ukraine.
Okay.
So we're just going to lightning round through the rest of these. Phil Spencer stated that he thinks AAA publishers have lost their mojo.
I will agree with that.
They've kind of become all they're not putting out the quality games they used to.
They're name branding it.
Yeah. Microsoft expects a Red Dead Redemption 2 next gen refresh. That game's pretty fucking pretty, so I'm not sure what they're going to do with that. Maybe ray tracing.
It's very pretty, but it's also extremely huge and open, and I got so tired of horse riding in that game.
I didn't, purely because the banter between the characters I found quite excellent.
The thing is, I was normally on my own, so that's probably why.
I really focused on doing a lot of the camp stuff with the actual other characters, so I spent a lot of the time riding those roads with at least one other character.
Their banter
I found
was
a lot
good.
of the banter really softened the runs.
Yeah, I can't help but go off and explore, and round the corner, oh shit, there's a bear. Now I'm dead.
Yeah, that happened a lot.
Yeah, it did. I still love that thing that back when COVID hit, people were running virtual trail rides through Red Dead Redemption 2 because they had that much open, pretty land.
Yeah.
That's just so cool. 3/4 of Xbox gamers had a Series S console.
But just for that, cool a big reason for that is when the consoles first released, there was such a massive shortage on the X and PS5, but there wasn't the same shortage for the S. They were readily available everywhere. So if you wanted an Xbox, you could get an S immediately, which is why there's such a large install base for it, or part of the reason.
At the same time, people could have changed onto others if they'd wanted to, but they didn't. They kept with that one. So, it's done well.
Once you've already spent the $300, you don't then want to go out and spend another $500 to get an additional console.
Even with a trade-in, you wouldn't get much.
You say that, but I have a computer that I bought a lot of unnecessary extra equipment for.
PC gaming
we don't mention
very different
that.
to console gaming.
That is fair. That is very fair.
I can't cut my S to make an X.
Yeah, that is true.
Microsoft dramatically underestimated the boom that Baldur's Gate 3 would be, and so did a lot of people.
So did everyone.
After this came out, Larian put out a statement basically going, yeah, no, they're not the only ones. Fucking everyone thought it wasn't going to blow up. And given the fact that even Larian only planned for 100,000 users and then 700,000 day one, even Larian didn't think it was going to go this hard.
I played the beta, and I loved the beta of it. I didn't think it was that big of a fucking game. Like, Jesus.
Honestly, I want Larian now just to go over to like Pathfinder or one of the other ones. Go, hey, do you want to do with your lore now?
Anyone that's got a TTRPG should be knocking on Larian's door saying, how about it? Like,
yeah,
spread your wings.
Well, I mean, Divinity Original Sin and Divinity Original Sin 2 were basically their resume to get the Baldur's Gate license.
Yeah.
And now the Baldur's Gate license is the, yeah, bitch, give it.
Yeah.
And at this point, like, whilst everyone's like, you're now known for this kind of game, like, Lara's like, we're okay with this.
Yeah.
Just give us more content. We'll make stuff.
Well, I mean, if you look at their catalog, they used to make Diablo clones.
Yeah.
And then they did a really big experiment going to a third-person version of their games, and then they stumbled on... Well, not stumbled, they decided to... they did an RTS once, and then they found their way to this style, and it's fucking worked.
Mm.
So they're not a company that's played it safe. They've done a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Phil Spencer was not impressed by the PS5 reveal. They stated that they have a better product than what Sony has, not just in hardware, but equally important on the software performance platform and services. And I think that's probably a bigger win for them in the services category because you know, fucking Game Pass. We have not shut up about it.
Friggin' oath. But
we're not gonna.
In that document, they also state that the biggest hindrance they had after the launch was a 16-month gap between Halo and anything. Nothing really came out in 16 months. That will kill it.
Rough.
Yeah, fucking oath. So,
one of the exclusives they got from Sega was a fucking accident.
Wait, really?
Yeah, so they got the new... Well, it's not new anymore, but they got the most recent released Yakuza game, Like a Dragon, which was basically just because Sega had two other exclusivity agreements collide and short-circuit the whole system, and then Microsoft got it. So, that's kind of fun. The Xbox Series X might go all digital in 2024. This goes along with a potential refresh of the whole console set that is supposedly being talked about in October, I think it is the leak.
So, in the leak where they announced... for the last few months, every time he's been asked if there's going to be a mid-generation upgrade, he said, no, we're just at the beginning of this the end of the beginning of this console's generation. There'll be no upgrade. And now in these documents, there's a full write-up of a mid-season or mid-generation update, which was in the documentation says to be announced in October this year. But it also states that their next generation would be launched around 2028.
Yeah,
which is actually not that bad.
No, that's an 8-year life cycle.
4 to 5 year,
pretty good.
Before you refresh, and then 4 to your new gen.
Which is not a bad life cycle for it.
Yeah. So that gives a lot of credit to this idea that they're going to go and make an all digital console, which they've been wanting to do for ages. And given the fact that as PC people, we've mostly embraced digital. I don't remember the last time I bought anything on it. Actually, my current computer doesn't even have a CD-ROM drive.
No, mine neither.
Yeah, it is mine.
I don't know we could buy a game on a disc for a PC anymore. Pretty much they all come with Steam keys or keys for whatever fucking launcher now.
So it's not that weird that eventually the console boys are going to join.
It'll happen eventually. Which is fucked up considering the first, the Xbox One was meant to be a digital-only console. Yeah. And that was the big argument Sony had against it. You still get discs with us. You can go borrow a game. You can still do this. Now it's coming back to the view they had 9 years ago, 10 years ago now. So,
to be honest, I might end up switching back to Xbox Next Generation just because I have, Game Pass and everything. It makes sense now.
Also, with Sony's current run of, it's going to come to PC. I can wait.
Give it a couple of years and you can play the game anyway. Pretty much. With that.
It feels a little weird that this particular list bothered to call this out, but they are bringing out a brand new controller standard for Xbox, theoretically, with this 2024 refresh.
Is it big and chunky? Because I want big and chunky.
No, it's pretty much the same form-factor.
Yeah, but they're bringing in all those features that I think are dumb from the PlayStation controller, accelerometers and shit. The only thing that's good that I think they're bringing in, which would actually sort out some of your problem with Starfield, is Wacom pickup.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which would make life so much easier. You can just pick it up and keep fucking playing.
Yeah. So, while it's doing the load screen, you can just pick it up and it would probably be connected by the time you load in.
Yeah.
So, that's good, but I don't really give a shit about any of the other features.
No.
I might
grab one. Also, it's too fucking small. Put out the Duke again.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Give me the Duke.
Also, and the last point is Microsoft sees its next Xbox, which would, I'm assuming, be the 2028 one, as a cloud hybrid machine. So you would have some stuff that you would play online only through a streaming service and install everything else.
That's going to be great for Australia.
It kind of, I think it kind of speaks to what might be the future of Game Pass, where they're going to start offering streaming
options.
More of those games that you don't download straight to your console, you only play stream. I read through, I skimmed a lot of it, but I read through a lot of the notes and memos and stuff that they had. They've also, as part of their onboarding for smaller developers, in the Unity engine, they've signed an exclusive deal with Epic to put functionality to port your game straight onto the Xbox engine from immediate development. You don't need a development console. It's actually built into the engine of or the Unreal Engine. So they've got a few other things to make more games for the Xbox. I haven't found anywhere where PlayStation have got that with any specific third-party engines, but apparently that is in the Unreal Engine, as well as you get full documentation of a breakdown on porting your game immediately into Game Pass if you get a developer version of the Unreal Engine with that apparently now, or according to these notes.
That'd be interesting.
So it's just interesting that they're porting more and more games that way. So here's a small dev. Here, throw it straight in the console. You don't just have to launch on PC anymore. Here's a wider market.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah. It was just something.
Who'd have thought Microsoft would be the ones that are helping the smaller guys for once?
No, right.
Yeah. It was just something I read in here that is an exclusive deal that I didn't see brought up anywhere else. So, yeah, if it lets more people release in more places, and I'm glad it wasn't on fucking Unity. Yay.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yes. Oh, that would have been a fun conversation
to have
that happened. Imagine if they made that decision, like the same decision now, with that deal in place, as Microsoft breathing over their neck, like, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
God, it's dumb.
Cool. Well, that managed to slide us out past an hour.
By a while, actually.
So, I think we can wrap things up for this week. Y'all have a good one.
You're not my real dad.
See ya.